Today I'm going to show you what my workout routine is. Today's going to be tricep and back day. I do these twice a week, and I have a notebook. I keep track. I do progressive overload, and my aim is to get three different exercises for each muscle for triceps and shoulders, for example. So that's a total of three exercises and 3 sets per exercise. So we're doing a total of 9 sets per muscle group. In my research, I've learned that somewhere between 12 and 20 sets spread over a week is supposed to be the optimal for working out muscle groups. So I'm doing 9 times 2 is 18. So I'm doing 18 sets per muscle group, spread out over 2 days. So 9 sets a day. And I'm looking for 36 reps per set. Now 36 is obviously 12, 24, and 36, but often I'll try and go to failure or right just before failure on each set. So I may get more reps in the first set. I may get 15 or 16 reps on the first set and 8 or 9 reps on the last set. As long as it totals up to 36 reps, then I'm good to progress up and either weight, or if I determine reps, sometimes it's better to go higher reps, but usually it's weight for me. I'm looking for 36 reps out of 3 sets. It doesn't necessarily have to be 12, 12, and 12, just as long as it totals up to 36 by the end. So I have a notebook. I keep track of all this stuff. I encourage you to do the same. And we're going to start off with what I call the straight bar forward head press. Now, this equipment that I have, I'll leave links, affiliate links. There'll be Amazon links or Walmart links, depending on where I got it at. I'll show you what all the different equipment I have, and I'll leave those links below. It doesn't cost you anything to use my affiliate links. It does help support this channel if you do, though. That's neither here nor there. It doesn't matter to me if you do or not. But you may want to know where to go get equipment, and it does take a little equipment if you're going to do this from home. Obviously, it can be done in a gym. The exercise I'm about to do with the straight bar can also be done with dumbbells. But let's do it with a straight bar, and I'll just show you quickly with dumbbell what we're doing. So what I have here is I have 50 pounds plus a 7.5 pound bar. So that's 57.5 pounds. I have an extension. These are 2 dumbbells. I have an extension bar. Works out to right at 7.5 pounds for the whole setup. So I got 57.5 pounds here, and I'm going to do 3 sets of forehead presses. So let's do it. Let's start off with the first one. Okay, so that's 12 reps on the first set. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mark that down, and then I'm going to also hit a timer, and I'm going to have a 2-minute rest period. I'm going to force myself a 2-minute rest period. That's why I use a timer. And the reason why I've come to learn through experience and through watching videos on people who integrate science and all this stuff, that us older people, I'm going to be 60 2 or 3 months from now, as of the date of this recording. It's December 23. I'm going to be 60 in February 24. So I've learned that older people need more time to recoup their muscles in between reps, or in between the different sets in the particular set. So I force myself 2 minutes. If I go any earlier, I just did 12 reps. If I were to say a minute, then I basically cut it in half, and I don't want to do that. I want to have strength to do something. So I force a long rest period by most standards. Younger people, they can do it shorter, but for older people, I've learned between 2 and 3 minutes from watching videos on the science and through my own experience, and I found 2 minutes to be the good mark. So mark down what I did and get ready here in a minute. And I'll have a timer. Obviously, you'll see it already on the screen. But you don't have to go 2 minutes. You can shorten it up if you want to. It does make for a longer workout session when you do 2 minutes. So that's the second one. That was 10 reps. And I'm beating what I did last time. I did 9 reps on the first one because I just switched to 50 pounds from this set right here. The previous workout, I was at 45 and I went to 50 on this one. So I did 9, 9, and 6. Now I'm at 12, 10, and whatever. So the idea is progress. It's not a sprint though. It's a marathon. The idea is progress. However long it takes you to get those 36 reps in a set, that's what you work on. Now I encourage you, if you're obese, which is how this whole thing started. I was obese. I got a video about that. When you're obese, the only way to lose weight is a calorie deficit, burning up calories. And science is behind what I'm about to say. I don't have all the facts and figures, but I've researched it. Building muscle, working out, lifting weights will burn up more calories than just cardio. So a good combination of weightlifting and cardio will help you lose weight. But it is important, because you're on a calorie deficit, that you get enough protein while you're working out. So I recommend protein shakes, whey protein, and eggs and stuff. Figure out what your target weight is. Say you're at 300 and you should be weighing 175. So your target weight's 175. You want to get at least 3/4 of a gram of protein per pound. Anywhere between 3/4 and 1 gram per pound per day. So you're looking at 150 to 175 grams of protein. And you're just simply not going to be able to get that when you're on a calorie deficit from your meals. So I recommend supplementing your meals with protein shakes, whey protein shakes. And you can also make cupcakes with it. And I got some good videos for some whey protein cupcakes, chocolate and peanut butter, and a maple syrup one. I'll leave links below on that too. me, especially on exercises like this, I don't go all the way to failure. I go to what I can safely lift and keep in proper form. Once my form starts breaking down, or I feel like I wouldn't be able to get the form out on the next lift, or if it's dangerous, that's it. That's where I stop at. So that was 9 reps. I beat my 6 reps from the last workout session. And that's progress. That's what I'm looking for, is progress. Now, let's say you want to do this with dumbbells. You don't have a straight bar. Well, you can do that. You can just simply lay down, and then you want to come down to about your shoulders with the dumbbells. And when you're all the way up like this, watch what I do with my dumbbells. I don't just go like this. I rotate them like that. And the reason why I do that is because you get that contraction on your tricep. It's kind of like when you do a bicep, you're pulling it in. Well, you're doing that with the tricep when you're doing that. That's how you would do it with dumbbells. And obviously, you want to use weight that you can do good form. And I'd say on the first set you're looking for to figure this out, what to do, you want to get to where you're at almost failure on your very first set, somewhere between 8 and 10 reps. And then you work up from there. So find a weight, your first 1 or 2 exercises, maybe test. You're just researching to see what weight you need to be able to be at almost failure at somewhere between 8 and 10 reps on your very first set. And then you want to go to almost failure on every set, or to where you don't feel like you can do it safely or with proper form. Okay? All right. Now, I'm not a real stickler on my 2-minute rest. It can be longer. It usually is by a few seconds. And it's going to be on this one because I need to change out my weights to go for the next exercise, which is going to be 35 plus the bar. So that's 10, 20. And 20. And I'll put 2 5s on the end. That makes 30, and then 2 2.5s. All right, we got 35 pounds here. My last workout exercise, I did 12, 12, and 8. This is going to be straight bar. It's going to be behind the head presses this time, and I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. So I did 12, 12, and 8. I'm going to really try and get my 36 reps this one. I'm going to try 12, 12, and 12. So let's see if we can do that. So on the straight bar, behind the head presses, you're not coming down to your forehead. You're going to bring your arms back. And I'll show you. And you're going to cock down and you're going to drop below your head. You'll need a bench for this. You can do them on the floor and use the floor as a backstop with a set of dumbbells. So let me just show you. You come up, cock back, and then come down behind the head. Stay. Oh, I gotta move out away from my thing here before I tear up my bookcase there. So let's try that again. So you come back, and now you're dropping below the head, and you're staying in that position. Okay, so I went 14 on that first set. I beat my 12. Remember, I'm going for 36 total, not necessarily 12, 12, and 12. So let me write that down. That's 14. Hit my timer. Get myself a 2-minute rest. And on this next one, we need to do at least 12 minimum to be where I was. Anytime I go above, I'm happy if I can get the next number. So if I can increase my reps by 2, 3, maybe 4 reps in a session, I'm happy. So we'll see. I just did 2 more than I did last week on the first set. We'll see what I can do on this second set. See how that goes. It's important. I want to say this while we're waiting. It's important you don't get too much weight. Set your pride aside and work with what you can do good form with. And I remember being obese. What was more important than strength initially was endurance. Even the Bible says you're in need of endurance. So I take that spiritual principle, apply it to the physical. And light weights and higher reps than 12, if you're just starting, may be the way to go. So just, test things out and see what works. Because most obese people are in need of endurance over strength. They got strength because of the weight they've been carrying around, but they don't have endurance because of the weight they were carrying around. So you may want to consider low weight, higher reps. I may do in the future some videos. That's how I started for the first year, was low weight, high reps. And I may make some videos on how I did that in the future. Okay, so I can't even get 12 on that second set. But you notice I do slow, controlled lows. I'm controlled going all the way down, controlled coming all the way up. I don't do any fast downs. From the research I've done, most of your muscle tear happens not in the contracted position, but in the extended position. So that's why I like to do slow, controlled, going down. What is that? Eccentric is what I think it's called. I think that's called eccentric. Concentric is where you contract everything. Eccentric is where you're going down. It's during the eccentric phase of the most workouts, you get the biggest muscle tear, and that's what you're looking for to grow muscle. Because muscle tear, you're basically building up scar tissue with your muscles. And that's how they get bigger. They tear, they got to rebuild. They build bigger. So I only got 11. Let me write that down. So I lost one on that one. That's a bummer. It bums me out, but that happens. So I'm at a net gain of 1 rep right now on this particular exercise. I want to share a verse with you from the Bible. Jesus coming back pretty soon, and we're entering the tribulation days that were foretold in the scriptures. So I just want to read this verse, let you know what he had to say about it, what Jesus had to say about it.
Immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light, and the stars will fall from heaven, and the powers of heaven will be shaken. Then the sign of the Son of Man will appear in heaven, and then all the tribes of the earth will mourn, and they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he will send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they will gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to another. That's in Matthew chapter 24, verses 29 through 31. So this is a time to look up if you're a Christian, and this is a time to call on the Lord if you're not.
Alright, 7. I don't remember what I did last time, so let's look. So last time I did 8, this time I did 7, so there's no net gain in total reps. I did 7. There was just a gain of 2 reps on the first set, but overall, same thing. It's to be expected sometimes, especially when you're increasing on the previous exercise, which I did. I increased on the straight bar to the forehead. I increased by 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reps. So that's what happens. You go up real good in the previous exercise. Sometimes you can't make your numbers on the next one. That's okay. Over time, you will. And this is going to be a little extra long because I forgot to hit my button. But that's all right. You know, it's between 2 and 3 minutes what I'm looking for. That's usually about 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Rest for me is what it works out to. But you need to give that time for the muscles to recoup. So our next exercise. Oh, before we do that, if you wanted to do this with dumbbells behind the head like that, it can be done. You use the floor as your stop, and you do it this way. Tilt your arms back, come down to the floor and up. Remember to tilt your hands just like that. You want to get that contraction on your tricep. So the next exercise I'm going to do is going to be the tricep kickbacks. I'm going to do it with a bench. This can be done standing up. Let me see here. Yeah. Yep. There we go. And I'm doing 12 pounds. And the last one I did 12, 7, and 6. So let's try to get at least 12 on the first one, right? What's important about these is notice that where my elbows are going to be in relation to my back. It's important that your elbows be above your back and that you don't swing. Okay, so keep an eye on that. Again, you want that slow control coming down, and you want to kick those dumbbells straight forward as you can to get that tricep to do like the bicep when you're squeezing. You get that tricep to squeeze. Let's try to get this from a side shot. All right. Getting ready. I have to put my heels on the back legs of this weight bench, or front legs of this weight bench, to keep it from flipping up on me. So we'll raise them up, kick back. Those are hard. So I did 9. 12 on the first set. That matches what I did with my last time I did these. Did 9 on the 7. That's a beat by 2 because I did 7 last time. And I'm going to try and get 6. Try and beat 6 on this next one. I started my timer late, so I'm going to just pick a point to jump in and get on this. Sorry I don't have better filming stuff to do this with, or a better workout place, but this is my home office, and it's half gym, half office. So this is my area, my spot to do all my stuff, and this is what I got. So we got to beat, so we want to beat 6 on this. I'll get started here in about 15 seconds. I have a timer, you see the timer on the screen, keep y'all straight, but I'm videoing this first time doing that, so we'll see. Let's see how this video turns out. 2. That's my tricep workout for today. So I'm going to show you some equipment I got. This is my workout bench that I have. These are my favorite dumbbells right here. They were also the best price I could find on Amazon when I bought these. They go up to odd numbers, 33, 44, 55. Very quick. But if you're on a limited budget, I got these. These go up to 200 pounds of weight. 2 dumbbells, 200 pounds of weight. Leave a link below. If you're on a limited budget, go with these because you can get all the weight that's on these over here, on these and more. But I bought those first, and then I also bought these. These go up to 25. Those other ones go up to 55, 22. These are 5 to 25, and these are 22 to 55. And these are 5 to 200, or 5 to 100 per dumbbell, or 200 per set. And I bought this extender bar, and I bought 2 more dumbbells from them and their extender bar to keep a straight bar, to have a straight bar to work out with. And the dumbbell without the weight's 5 pounds. This is about 2.5 pounds. So that adds 7.5 pounds to that, anything you put on there. And of course I got these, and what I was using there come in really handy for biceps and triceps and shoulders when you're just getting started, especially for the higher reps. But the triceps kickbacks, you can't do a whole lot of weight. That's all there is to it. I started off with 5 pounds on those. I'm just now up to 12, and I've been doing tricep kickbacks for over a year. It's not been a fast growth track for me on the kickback. So I'll leave links, affiliate links for all of this in the description below. That and those. And like I said, it doesn't cost you anything to use the affiliate links, but I appreciate it if you do. Support this channel. And here's a bunch of protein I get. I buy them in Revolution comes in 6 pounds, and NutriCost comes in 5-pound tubs. And as you can see, I buy lots of it. And I'm doing 125 grams of whey protein a day. And if you're on a calorie deficit to lose weight, be sure and figure out your target weight. I'm going to go over it again. Your target weight, let's say you're at 300. Your target weight's at 175. So you want to figure out your grams of protein you need for 175 pounds, which is anywhere from 3/4 to a gram per pound. So you're looking at 150 to 175 grams of protein a day. If you're on a calorie deficit, you may be only getting 25 to 50 grams of protein from your meals. So you need to supplement 100 grams of protein, which is 4 shakes a day for that kind of stuff. All right. That's all there is to it. If you like this video, how about leaving a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know if you want me to make more videos. Don't have the super high quality as all these other gym videos, but hey, I'm a person who's lost 140 pounds. At one time it was 150, but I figured that was too much weight, so I put 10 back on. 140 pounds. Went from being weak, unable to walk very far, lots of strong in my legs and stuff because of the way I was hauling around, but endurance, no, not at all. So I'm just going to go through what I went through to lose the weight, get in better shape, and get better health. And that's all there is to it. You have a good day.